and daddy's divorce, and a divorced mom pretty much got nothing. I'm not going to leave my mom by herself. So I'm going to make sure my mother's taken care of. None of my siblings have helped me take care of my mother to make sure she was okay, except for Tamar. No one said,
This is before Vincent.
Before Vincent. Mommy's car insurance is due. Let's help Toni with mommy car insurance.
Or mommy needs a car.
Normally, I would never have a conversation with Trina or any of my sisters about helping out financially with my mom. But because I'm so stressed in that category, I needed to let her know what I felt. Hurts my feelings every day. My feelings hurt every day because I'm in a financial situation myself because I can't work the way I like.
Okay, so listen, because this tea is piping hot and I need y'all to understand just how messy the situation really is. We're talking about Tamar Braxton absolutely going off on her own sister, Toni Braxton. Tamar came out swinging with some serious allegations about money, betrayal, and family drama at its absolute messiest. Tamar is out here accusing Toni of trying to take money that wasn't even hers to touch. We're talking secret bank moves, suspicious account shifts, and allegedly some hidden bankruptcy issues bubbling right back up to the surface. When family turns on family over money, that's when you know things have gone completely left. Now let me tell you how this whole situation even came to light. Apparently Toni's bank flagged some suspicious activity that was directly connected to Tamar's funds. Yes, the bank had to get involved and ring alarm bells because something wasn't adding up. That's what triggered this entire explosion. Can you imagine finding out through official channels that your own sister might be moving around in your finances without permission? That's the kind of betrayal that would make anybody lose their mind. The banks basically handed Tamar the receipts on a silver platter, and Tamar's reaction? Oh honey, she did not hold back. She came out calling Toni a liar, a manipulator, and someone who crossed a line that should never be crossed between sisters. Tamar is out here asking the questions we're all thinking. How does a relationship go from sisterly love to full-on sabotage and betrayal? The pain in Tamar's words is obvious. There's been a long history of financial issues swirling around Toni Braxton for years. We're talking bankruptcy cases, unpaid debts, court fights, the whole 9 yards. But even with all that history, nobody expected the drama to spiral to the point where it involved her own sister. Allegedly, going after your sister's funds is a whole different level of desperation that people weren't prepared for. So let's get into what allegedly happened behind Tamar's back. Tamar supposedly learned that Toni tried to secretly tap into her money stream. We're not talking about asking for help like adults. We're talking about sneaky, behind-the-scenes moves that Tamar had no clue about until it was almost too late.
Family, most of the time, I don't like my family. Everyone in my family.
Take a breath.
Everybody. I feel like I'm angry at everybody in my family. I don't like my family. If they weren't my family, it wouldn't be my friend.
Tamar is absolutely furious about this, while Toni has remained completely silent. Sources are saying that Tamar completely snapped the moment she found out. And honestly, can you blame her? Now things are getting even more serious because there's talk of legal threats and authorities potentially being involved. The family tension between these sisters has already been brewing for years. But if Toni really did try to access Tamar's money the way it's being alleged, then this is the final explosion that might blow up whatever was left of their relationship. Legal action, public accusations, family division. This is the kind of mess that tears families apart permanently. Let's talk about Tamar's personality, because if you know anything about her, you know she is not the one to stay quiet when she feels disrespected. Tamar has built a reputation on speaking up loudly when someone crosses her. So when she came out calling Toni's alleged actions sneaky, you already know she means business. She's admitted publicly that she's been handling most of the financial burden. So you've got massive family pressure to provide while trying to maintain this luxury lifestyle that costs a fortune. That combination equals a recipe for deep financial struggle. And speaking of that luxury lifestyle, let's talk about Toni's choices. We're talking expensive taste in everything. Private jets, designer brands, multiple homes, luxury trips. Most people in financial trouble would cut back. But allegedly, instead of pulling back, Toni kept looking for ways to maintain that lifestyle no matter what. If the allegations are true, she possibly crossed a major line with Tamar financially just to keep up appearances. Word on the street is that Toni allegedly got dangerously close to running completely out of money. Insiders are saying that things got so bad that she allegedly dipped into Tamar's funds just to stay afloat. If that's true, then we're looking at someone who's hit rock bottom financially and is making desperate moves to survive. When Tamar found all this out, her response was immediate and strong. She protects her money fiercely, and honestly, she has every right to. Tamar worked hard for everything she has. Yes, you heard that correctly. Now imagine how that confession hits different when you're in the middle of accusations about financial betrayal. That makes everything look even worse, because it suggests there was never really that deep sisterly bond to begin with. And the public drama between Tamar and Toni has been going on for a minute. Tamar has publicly called out Toni multiple times over the years. We're talking social media posts detailing toxic family dynamics, them blocking each other, not showing up to family events. This money situation didn't create the drama, it just brought everything exploding to the surface. Remember Tamar's birthday incident? Toni posted a picture of Tamar saying she's blocked again, like it was some joke. There have been long-standing sister issues between Tamar and Toni for years, so when these money accusations came out, a lot of people weren't even surprised given their history. The foundation was already cracked, and this situation just caused the whole thing to collapse. Now let's talk about Toni's career versus her financial reality. Despite being a superstar, Toni Braxton has a long history of financial instability.
She was so freaking mean to me. I was in shock.
Do you take responsibility for the situation that you're in right now?
100%.
100%.
100%. I couldn't believe it because I loved her so much. I admired her and looked up to her. And she pretty much reprimanded me. And immediately, she made me feel this big. That moment completely changed my career. It made people look down on me.
She's filed for bankruptcy not once. The entire industry was shocked. Nobody could understand how someone at that level of success could have such a sudden financial collapse. And then there was that infamous Oprah interview that went completely wrong. Oprah questioned Toni's spending habits. Then came Toni's second bankruptcy in 2010. And this time, the numbers were absolutely insane. We're talking debts reportedly between $10 million and $50 million. She blamed it on her Vegas residency getting canceled after health issues. But there were also additional business problems and unpaid taxes piling up.
I think it's when I was first diagnosed with having lupus, I was so down, I was so depressed, and the doctors told me I would never be able to work again, your music career is over, but the man upstairs that had a whole other plan for her.
And if you look at her recent career numbers, the warning signs are flashing bright red. Her recent albums have seriously underperformed. We're talking one album selling only 7,000 copies and landing at number 163 on the Billboard charts. Compare that to a previous release that sold 16,000 copies. At this point, Braxton Family Values became her main source of income. Now let's talk about the Birdman situation, because fans have been asking questions. A lot of people are wondering if that reunion was really about love or financial survival. Toni resurfaced publicly with Birdman right around the time bankruptcy rumors were rising again.
Hey, you're engaged.
I'm engaged.
He did good, right?
He did well, right? Very well. Take a day.
Timing just looked suspicious. There was this moment during a Tamron Hall interview that stood out as a red flag. When Birdman's name was mentioned, Toni completely froze. Her whole body language changed, suggesting hidden issues she wasn't ready to talk about. And then there's this bombshell allegation about the engagement ring. Tamar allegedly said that Toni sold her $5 million engagement ring from Birdman to pay off debts. Meanwhile, Toni publicly claimed the ring was lost on a flight. She claims they separated only 2 days after getting married. 2 days. The whole thing sounds like it was never meant to last. And here's where jaws really dropped. Toni allegedly tried to walk away from that short marriage with a $160 million divorce demand. $160 million after being married for basically a long weekend. Fans were absolutely shocked. Some people called it strategic planning. Others straight up called it gold-digging behavior. Either way, it looked less like a failed romance and more like a financial survival strategy that didn't go according to plan. So naturally, the public started asking serious questions about Toni's real intentions. Was this relationship ever about genuine love, or was it always a setup for financial rescue? Because from the outside looking in, it's starting to look like Toni was desperately trying to solve her money problems by any means necessary. And bringing it back to current day, there are fresh bankruptcy concerns swirling around Toni right now. Her bank has allegedly confirmed concerns about potential bankruptcy issues, which means Tamar might actually have real receipts to back up everything she's been saying. At the core of all of this is one word: betrayal. If Toni really did try to access Tamar's money without permission, that's a major betrayal of trust between sisters, and it raises an even scarier question. If she'd allegedly do this to Tamar, who else might she target when she gets desperate? As for the fallout from all of this? Honey, this drama is far from over. The public is sitting here waiting for Toni's response, waiting to see if she's going to address these allegations, defend herself, apologize, or just continue staying silent. Every day that goes by without a response makes her look more guilty in the court of public opinion. Meanwhile, Tamar is out here making sure everyone knows what allegedly went down, and she's not backing off. This is the kind of family drama that's going to have ripple effects for years to come. So that's the tea, that's the mess, and that's where we're at right now with the Tamar versus Toni Braxton situation. If you made it this far, go ahead and hit that like button, drop a comment letting me know what you think about all this drama, and make sure you subscribe because trust me, there's definitely more coming. This story is nowhere near finished, and I'll be here to break it all down for you as it develops. Until next time.